The first title in the Scottish season has been decided, and it's no went to Michael Beale. It's no went to the Rangers. It's went to Pacific Shelf and big, fat, greasy Ange Postecoglou.
I wish those insults felt as good as the cup win, but they don't. It would be great to sit here and say that Pacific Shelf 94 hasn't won their, what would it be, like 56th trophy or something since 94?
It feels like they've won about 200 trophies in the last decade. So I mean,
what was it, 22 and 11 years? They unfurled that banner at full time, but
it's pretty good. Like, it's impressive. No, it's not impressive. See the fact that I'm waiting on them for a 3-1 correct score bet with Kyogo, and they missed countless chances at the end. You got Ryan 118, fucking pure masturbating over Haksabanovic because he's good looking. Well, he can't fucking finish his dinner, so that's no good to me.
I know. Oh, I just shat my pants if Haksabanovic made it 3-1.
I mean, the guy, he said he would have literally physically shat his pants. The only time you should be shitting your pants is when you've got diarrhea or you've got old age, you know what I mean? And last time I checked, he's just a specky 24-year-old, so he shouldn't be shitting his pants.
Oh, but guess what, guys? He's got a pensioner there.
Aye, his eye. Anyway,
Rangers had a pensioner midfield because it was a shite, shocking, passive good night. Celtic bossed it.
Glenn Kamara's days have been worth £20 million or over.
Right, let's not bury Kamara. It's all about the Lundstrom show, man. The guy's shite.
So are you trying to say Glenn Kamara's still worth $20 million then?
No, but I'm trying to say it's not all Kamara's fault.
No, of course it's not Kamara's fault.
Well, whose fault is it then?
The Rangers. Let's be real, right? Let's be frank. The Rangers team's just not as good as the Celtic team. Michael Beale's just not as good as Ange Postecoglou. I think most people that know anything about football today would have fancied Celtic to get the win. Even if you're a Rangers fan, you can't honestly think this Michael Beale run has been impressive. The results have been good. The results have been great. But performances have been poor. And it was only a matter of time, in my opinion, until Rangers' luck ran out, and then it ran out today.
Michael Beale has been defeated. Again, but, you say that it is a results-based business, and of course, he was undefeated.
It is a results-based business, but how many good performances has Michael Beale had? You take away that Hearts game, which I'd rather not talk about. I mean, there's not been many good performances. Today certainly wasn't a good performance.
See, that's the thing, right? See, with Celtic, I feel like when they play good, they demolish Rangers. I don't think Celtic were particularly good today. I don't. Maybe that's me underrating them. But I feel like, I know you could say in the games where they beat them 3 or 4-0, it's because of Gio and all this, but I think Rangers are yet to play Celtic when Celtic have been on the right game. And that may be a worrying sign.
But even when they beat them 4-0 at the start of the season?
No, I think that was more Rangers were fucking abysmal. I think Celtic's best games have came in Europe in their spells.
What, when they got pumped?
Exactly. I think it's a funny business, that though.
True.
Like, let's be real. We've seen the goals. How many of the goals is because of bad positioning? Tav in the 4-0, the one you're talking about, they were so great. He literally coughed all 4 goals. Goals in the day, shite. Him and Lundstrom and Tav's running, getting back. It's as if they can't be arsed.
Alright then, but we can be arsed, so let's quickly review this game. So, first chance fell to Celtic. Pretty much all the chances in the first half.
If you watch the Viaplay highlights, you'd have thought all the chances fell to Celtic.
Alright then, enlighten me about all the great opportunities Rangers had in the first half.
Ball whipped in, Carter Vickers gets his boot on it.
So what you're saying is a Celtic player had Rangers' best chance?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying.
Alright, okay. We had Jota. I thought Aaron Moy in the first half was pretty shite. From the 15-17 minutes that I did see while I was
working,
stealing internet at work,
working your wee slave job.
Working my wee slave job, and because Celtic didn't win my bet, I'll continue to be working my slave job tomorrow. But yeah, no, I thought Aaron Moy was pretty wasteful, and I actually thought he should have started over O'Reilly. But I tell you what, I think Aaron Moy's a good after the ball. He made a couple. He made one really good tackle. I think it was on Barisic. Barisic was trying to counter down the left.
He did, yeah.
And this, Moy made a Maldini-like tackle. And
it's not just the tackle, it's the retention.
He wins it back. And then Celtic on it. It was an amazing tackle, but I felt like Celtic were pretty wasteful with the ball. Greg Taylor was getting forward, getting in good positions, didn't really do anything. I thought Dyson Maeda was shite. First half, again, just even the assist that he technically gets, it's more.
Did he even touch it though? I don't think he touched it.
I think they've gave him it, but for me, it was very lucky. Anyway, Jota had a shot saved. Kyogo had a header. I mean, Kyogo's, I know you don't really rate him, but I think his movement is good. Like, he gets himself in really good opportunities. Like, he's got the best movement of any striker in the league, 100%.
No, absolutely. But like I said in my feed, he would be very limited without his service. Now, I know most players would be. But I feel like there's certain players who make stuff happen. I don't think so.
I would say that about Kyogo. I think Morelos can like literally pick the ball up and do something by himself, whereas I do think Kyogo does rely on good service. But I think in terms of his movement, his positioning, I don't think there's anyone better or even close in the league.
Nope, and he's got 2 goals today.
But I do agree. I think if the wingers in the midfield aren't, I think if the players behind them aren't performing, I just don't really see Kyogo creating opportunities for himself.
I think that's why we've seen in Europe, you know, when it's like you need to take your one chance, he doesn't take it.
He doesn't. He didn't take this header over the bar. I think maybe McGregor would have had it covered, but Kyogo should be getting this on target. He's pretty much a free header if he'd be 8 yards out, and he puts it maybe like a yard over the bar. Then Celtic get the goal. They get the breakthrough. A couple minutes before half time. It's Greg Taylor bombing forward. I believe it was it Moy that plays it to him.
Yep.
Maida is being marked by both Tavernier and Goldson.
Then he's not being marked by Tavernier and Goldson.
Greg Taylor gets the ball, and then 2 seconds later, it's like Tavernier comes out to Taylor, and Goldson like half comes out to Taylor, and Dyson Maida has went to being marked by 2 Rangers players to being in the box on his own, being absolutely marked by nobody. I mean, is this poor defending for Rangers? Is it good movement for Maida? Is it a bit of both? I don't know, but Maida looks like to me he swings at the ball. This was not a pass to Kyogo. He swung at the ball. He's completely mishit it. I don't even know if he connects with it, but it finds its way through to Kyogo, and Kyogo, we know he isn't the greatest finisher, but he ain't going to miss this. Like,
no chance whatsoever.
This is like Chris Iluemo sort of missed territory. And unfortunately for Rangers, he's not playing for Celtic.
Oh, you see, I feel like Celtics both were absolute tap-ins that were preventable with a bit of decent defending.
But again, I think it's only Kyogo in those sort of positions, especially the second one. First one, you can maybe argue it, but the second one, I thought Kyogo done really well to get in that position. Anyway, second half,
we get another identical goal.
We do. Moy's got the ball. Celtic run the attack, and Moy decides to turn back the way. And I'm thinking, what the fuck are you doing? Great opportunity here. And then it turns out that they go and score for this attack anyway. So I don't know what I'm talking about. Aaron Moy obviously does. Moy knows his business. I don't know jack shit.
Moy knows the business.
Ball to Hatate. Hatate slots it through to Kyogo, and it's Kyogo just getting the better of the Rangers defence, getting in the right position at the right time, slides in, puts it home. 2-0 Celtic, and at this stage, I thought the tie was over. I didn't give Rangers a hope in hell. I thought up to this point Rangers pretty much offered hee-haw.
No, you're right, and
I just didn't see Rangers getting 2 goals without reply. You
know what? See, at this point, I was down. I was on the floor, and then they get the goal. It's all about that false hope, though. They drag you back in.
Yeah, they do get the goal. Tavernier free kick. It's
handball for Johnston. Thoughts? Could have been a penalty. It was in the box.
Could have been. It wasn't great defending for Celtic. We hear a lot about, the great Carter Vickers and Starfelt. The defending here was pretty poor. Morelos has got time to actually take a touch, bring the ball down, and then strike it. Be about 7 yards out, and you can't do that with Morelos.
Well, you can't, and of course Joe Hart gets a glove tip. Morelos, you know what? For a guy that can't score against Celtic, he stepped up here, he got them, and then what does Beale do? Takes him off.
But no, I feel like at 2-0, right? No matter how shite you've been, if you get the next goal, I feel like
the momentum's with you.
Yeah, I feel like you're automatically almost going to be the better player because your half of the fans are fucking buzzing. And it's like the other team automatically, they've had their lead, cut in half. And now they're focusing maybe more on holding on to the remaining 1-goal lead. So it's like, I feel like at 2-0, I feel it's strange, but I feel like at 2-0, Celtic would be more willing to go on the attack and be willing to commit more bodies forward than they would at 2-1.
No, you're right. At 2-1,
at 2-0, Celtic are on the front foot. They're like, we're going to finish this game. We're on the up. We're in control. We're going to make it 3-0. But as soon as it goes 2-1, it's like, oh shit,
From when Rangers scored at 2-1, Celtic were rattled. They were making mistakes at the back. The crowd were upping them, right? But see, truth be told, for half an hour that was left, Rangers created fucking hee-haw.
But I mean, that's what I mean. They probably had a good chance to, though, because Celtic, undoubtedly.
I honestly thought this was going to finish 2 each. My prediction was going to come right, and it didn't. Because I genuinely feel like the subs killed it. again, he started the wrong people. He brought on Cantwell and Raskin. Raskin should have started, but taking off Morelos.
I don't know how you take off Morelos in a cup final when you need a goal.
I know.
And he's the guy that scored the goal. I'm not saying Morelos was great, but I just don't know how you take him off.
No, it makes me sick. How can you bring people on for 15, 20 minutes and they don't give you energy? There was no pressing for Cholak. Any of them. I mean,
Cholak's not really a presser, though. I don't really expect him.
But see, for 15 minutes, why can you not give your all? It's a cup final, for fuck's sake. If you're not going to give your all in a cup final, when are you going to give it?
What did Scott Wright give?
Hee-haw. Ball for Raskin, brilliant retention. We like using that word in this vid. Whips a ball in, hits Kolak's foot. This is borderline unforgivable that the fact he hasn't controlled this. Falls to Scott Wright, and then Scott Wright. What's Scott Wright do? Misses it, lets it go past his fucking feet.
I thought Raskin should have started. Ryan Kamara and Lundstrom. I'm not just saying this with hindsight, but...
No, everyone in the comments saying, where's Raskin? You sign these players, you say you needed players, you get these players, you don't start them. Which is right.
The Jack as
well. You can argue that Raskin and Cantwell are the most informed midfielders apart from Tillman. And I
Cantwell?
Well, that's what people are saying.
Informed?
That's what people are saying. Technically, I don't think he's that informed.
I would have went with Jack at Raskin, and did he had Tillman in midfield? I can see why he done that. I'd have probably went Jack, Tillman and Raskin, like that's the midfield.
But Celtic then have a shard of chances
at the end
that they miss. And
but of course, I'm waiting on 3-1 correct score with Kyogo to score. So yeah, Celtic screw me out of money. They get a lot of chances. I think O'Reilly has a good chance.
Haksabanovic
has 2 chances. The first one,
oh god, stupid yellow, elbows Barisic in the face. No need for it.
And then there was about 4 yellows that got dished out.
More than that, it was about fucking
4 or
10.
5, it was big.
Stupid ones, like really stupid ones.
The best chance falls to Haksabanovic. Ryan 118's in the stands, just about to open his arse up.
I feel sorry for everyone in the row behind him.
But
stink face.
But nah, Haksabanovic instead opens his body up and puts it past the post. So yeah, Celtic should have killed it off. They played quite a lot of extra time here.
Well, that was added.
But again, it was probably because
McGregor was down.
So.
Exactly. There you go.
Although McGregor going down when he must have been hurt. I can't imagine McGregor would go down losing a game 2-1 like Scottish League Cup final.
No. Fucking Callum McGregor.
Was it no Alan?
No. Of course he wouldn't go fucking down.
Oh, well, there you go then.
Celtic weren't getting beat.
You tell me Alan McGregor wasn't doing?
It was Callum McGregor.
Alan McGregor wasn't doing it all.
100% he was. I watched the game. I played the game.
Enough, right.
It's Goal Bridgeman's. I played the game.
He played the game.
Didn't play. He sits in his fucking green screen. He's never even been to Old Trafford, the FUD.
Well, he's been to for a PS5. Look.
Oh well.
EA bringing him to Old Trafford.
You can't even argue that with Tynecastle.
Anyway, so referee blows the whistle. Ange walks over. Him and Beale shake hands. Ange came out dressed the part. He was wearing a suit and a tie, but by the end of the game, he'd morphed back into his big, fat, smelly self. He was wearing the big tracksuit, and it's like, I guess winners just don't wear suit and ties in Scotland. No. Although Callum Davison wore a suit and tie and he won a cup double.
Ah well, guys, that's it. That's your. You know what?
What do you make of this stat that St Johnstone are more successful than the quote New Rangers? What's on that?
That's not good, isn't it?
No, it's not. St Johnstone, the second most successful team in the last decade, like that's
inexcusable for the rest of the league. Forget about Rangers for the whole league. That's inexcusable.
Aye, fuck.
Anyway, Liam Forbes.
St Johnstone have the same amount of trophies as Hearts, Aberdeen, and Hibs combined in the past decade. That's pants, man. That's if you're not counting like championship, like you're just counting top flight trophy. That is shite.
I'm about to shite my pants. Can we end this?
Right, guys, that's it. We're going to end it here. Player ratings. Let's quickly go through them.
For who?
We'll go through Celtic first, sure, because they're the winners. Joe Hart.
6, he did nothing.
Did nothing. Passenger. Could have played Seagrass and still won a game.
Yep.
Alistair Johnston. I thought he'd done alright.
7.
I give him a 7. Vickers and Starfelt.
I give him both 7s, like honestly, they didn't do anything. Starfelt was a bit sloppy, but he was pretty good. So.
That's the usual Starfelt then. Greg Taylor, bomb forward quite a lot. I thought he got into good positions, but he didn't really do anything.
Give him a 7.
Technically set up the first goal. Moving into the midfield, Callum McGregor. I didn't think he done much, to be
I'll
honest.
give him a 6 again. Kind of like his
He was just kind of there. Hatate, thought he was 3 bit. Probably thought he was.
I'd give him a 6. I don't think Hatate did much in the game.
I thought he looked. I'll give him a 7, 6.5. Aaron Moy, the man that was debatable, should he have started or not, or should it have been O'Reilly?
I'll give him a 7.
Moy got the nod, and again, I mean that tackle on Barisic, like that was Maldini.
Give him a 7.
Moving into the front three, then we have Jota on the right.
Didn't do much.
Yeah, had a chance early on.
Give him a 6.
Take it. Maida on the left. I thought Maida was really poor.
Give him a
5.
I'll give him a 6.
Okay, 6, 5.5. And Kyogo up front.
9. It's a 9.
I'll give him an 8. You know, good movement.
He got 2 goals. He fucking won the final for them.
He did, but like you said, he didn't really do much else, and he had a good chance with a header, and he missed that.
Aye, but mate, this isn't any other pitch game.
Kyogo could have been the first man to get a hat trick in the League Cup since Henrik Larsson back in 2001. But now I have Ange to come out. What's your thoughts on O? We're not going to rate all the subs, like, I can't even remember who Celtic brought on, but thoughts on O? Actually, I'll rate Haksabanovic fucking 0. He shat his pants when I needed him the most. I need him 3-1 for my bet, and he puts it past the post.
You shat your pants all night tonight.
So screw Haksabanovic. Thoughts on O? I'm not impressed with him.
How great. So if O is shite or misses a chance, your title of your vid can be "Oh shit." In terms of this video, it can just be every fucking Rangers player shite.
Oh no, what is your thoughts on O?
He's a big physical guy, but I don't think he's that good.
I haven't seen enough of him.
You know
but
what? I don't think he'll suit Ange's foot play.
I haven't seen enough of him, but I haven't been that impressed, like, to be honest. I wouldn't say he's this upgrade on Giamakis.
No. Similar player. But
We'll see. Right, let's move on to Rangers and Alan McGregor.
couldn't do hee-haw for the goals. I'll give him a...
He was pretty angry, like, but I
He
suppose...
conceded 6. I'll give him a...
Can't really... What do you mean he conceded 6? He conceded 2, mate.
I'll give him a 6. That was what I meant to say.
Right. He was pretty angry throughout the game. Don't really blame him.
2-0 down. 1-0 down.
No, I mean...
Getting pumped.
Barisic...
Shagger got shagged. 4.
4. Davis...
4.
4.
I'm giving him a 4. No wonder I've got lung cancer. Anyway, I'm giving Goldson a 4. We're in asbestos conditions. Anyway.
Yeah, Tavernier...
4.
Wait, hold on. Our combined 11, I believe, was Tavernier, Goldson, Tillman, and Kent. Based on today's performance, I'm not sure any of those 4 really deserve to be in the starting 11.
Tillman's injured though, you know. Kent was anonymous. We'll get to them. Anyway,
right, moving into the midfield. Kamara, the £20 million man.
3.
Okay, 3. Well, surely that 3 out of 10s took a couple of million off his price tag. Like, I mean, what's he worth? 14 now?
I don't think there's millions to take off it anymore.
John Lundstrom. John Lundstrom is the best on earth.
I'm going to give him a 0. Been better being down to 10 men.
I don't really rate John Lundstrom. Like, I feel like he's kind of living off 1 goal in the Europa League. Like,
good goal, like, but
that was a great goal, and nice wee song, catchy song.
But you'd be as well with Belinda Carlisle in the midfield.
Yeah, well, I suppose Tillman was doubtful for the game.
I'll give him a 5.
Should Beale maybe not arrest him? Should Beale maybe start at Raskin?
Well, why did he risk Lundstrom? Because he was fucking shite too.
I don't know. I think Beale got it wrong, man.
Should got it wait. Everyone's saying
I would have had Raskin and Jack in there, but
Ryan Kent, anonymous 3.
3.
Nothing for me.
Fair enough. Fashion Sakala
doesn't know the offside rule.
Seemed very wasteful anytime he got the boy.
I'm giving him a 2. He got the boy. He doesn't play for Celtic, mate.
He got the boys. The other mob. And up front we had Morelos. I mean, he got the goal.
I'll give him a 6. He got a goal.
He didn't do too much.
He shouldn't have got subbed off.
He got subbed off and not sent off. Like, so I'll give him an extra break for that.
He actually, again, his build-up play was good. Like, I'm not saying if he stays on the pitch, Rangers, you know, come back and win this easily or whatever. But I mean, stupid decisions like that cost.
I think it's unforgivable taking off Morelos when you need a goal.
It is.
In a cup final. I'm just not accepting it. I'm not accepting it.
I'm not being funny, right? I know either he gets the second assist or the actual assist or the goal. Morelos is always involved with Rangers, as a striker should be.
Aye.
And again, that's at the windy here. I'm giving him a 6.
Let's move on to the
managers.
subs.
I don't want to talk about anything.
Let's give Cholak a rating though.
0, fuck.
Yeah, Scott Wright.
Minus whatever. The guy.
Todd Cantwell.
1.
I think Todd Cantwell's garbage. I think Raskin looks a player, but I mean,
I'll give Raskin a 7 actually.
Todd Cantwell.
Raskin was really good.
I think Todd Cantwell's a fucking dud. I think there's a reason why he's not done anything the last 3-4 seasons. He's pretty shite. Let's move on to the managers. We'll start with the winning manager, Ange Postecoglou. I'm sure he'll be celebrating tonight with a few Big Macs. Well deserved, I guess. It's another trophy in the bank. He retains his League Cup. It's his 3rd trophy now as manager of Celtic, and he's won 3 out of 4. He's doing pretty well, and Celtic were leading in the Scottish Cup, so who knows? On another day, the guy could have had a 100% trophy record, but he doesn't. But 75% is pretty good.
It's no bad.
Especially considering where the team were when he took over. Like, I mean, when you think about it, from the last cup final, I think there's only 3 Celtic players still on the books. James Forrest, Callum McGregor, and someone else who's shite, I can't remember. Might be Welsh.
Mikey Johnson.
Mikey Johnson, that's it, aye. That's actually mad that in like 3 years, Celtic have 3 players.
Yeah, well, let's wrap this up before I kill myself.
Anyway, what are we giving Ange?
I'll give him a 9.
That's a bit high. Didn't think Celtic were that good. I'll give him a 7. You know what? I think Celtic...
You got the subs right.
For as good as they were, right, up until Rangers equalised or whatever, I wouldn't even say they were that good, like, to be honest. Just they were the better side, but I don't think they were great. And for the last couple of chances that they had, could have easily threw this game away, because see, for about a 20-odd minute spell after Rangers got a goal back, man, they were just passengers. They were just...
and again...
They were there to be attacked, and Rangers didn't do it.
And again, if you had Morelos on...
Who knows what would have happened.
Who knows, guys? But
anyway, Michael Beale...
Oh, Mike, I'll give him a 0, man. He's
0? Oh, God, aye.
The wheels are off the Beale bus.
I'll give him a 2. Beale ball versus Ange ball. And
Ball's burst for one of them, and Ange hit his own, so fuck it.
Yeah, there you go, guys. Anyway, that's it. A 20-odd minute video here for your Scottish Cup.
40 minutes applause at the start of the game.
Right, that's fucking disgraceful, man. I don't. It's embarrassing in Scottish football that you just can't do a minute's silence because both sets of fans can't be trusted. I mean, it's a joke. I mean,
mixture of the IRA and the Billy Boys.
Like, it's a joke, man. Some Hibernian, what was he, chairman or executive?
Yeah, he was majority shareholder as well.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean? The guy's dead and we can't even just be silent for 60 fucking seconds. Now, I can understand maybe if Rangers have lost the game or whatever and then you ask them to do a minute silence at the end, and they're pissed off. I mean, that's probably not the right way to go about it. But
no, but it's not, don't get me right. I mean, I'm not saying it's understandable, but I mean, if it's like a member of the opposition's club, it's a Hibs guy, and both sides. I mean, what?
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Anyway, that's it. I thought it was a poor game. I didn't think there was great football on display. So aye.
You know what? It was still a spectacle. Great atmosphere, but again, who cares when you get beat? Till then, though. Tell them in about the review show. Liam Foxy's still on a job.
Scottish football review show. Lots to talk about tonight. Dundee United losing 4-0 against Malky Mackay's Ross County. Liam Fox under huge amount of pressure. Will he remain in a job? We also had a Motherwell late equaliser that screwed me out of £300, and Aberdeen pick up another home win with Andy, Alex Robson. What's his name?
I don't know, mate. It's time to go though. Till then, though,
Gary Robson.
Check it out. This needs
Ginger Prick.
That guy, I remember.
Barry Robson. There you go.
Barry.